Hi everyone, thank you for joining us on this video. In this video, we are going to explain about Intra-ID Provisioning User. This is a new feature that Microsoft introduced into Intra-ID. So let's start on this one. To use this feature and create it, we need to first log into Microsoft Intra Admin Center, and then we need to go to Applications. We open the application, enterprise application, and then click on new application. In here, I need to mention about provisioning icon. This is a built-in feature for many applications that EntraID can create users in provisioning user inside those applications. In application with this icon, EntraID can provision user inside these SaaS application. So to create new user, actually to create this API application, we need to type API. We have two API provisioning to Intra-ID and API driven provision to on-prem Active Directory. Click on that and type the name that we want, and then click create. And we need to wait for this application creation. We will back and check the settings inside the application. So we create our application and we are going to click on provisioning again in here, and then we'll set this to automatic. Then in here, and the start, you can select you can watch the documents that Microsoft provided. In here, Active Directory domain, you will see list of the domains that you have, that your AD Connect sync it to your Intra-ID. So these are from your AD Connect. Then in the next option, the default OU, we need to find the distinguished name of the OU that we want to provision users inside it. In another video, we will explain if you need to provision user in other OUs, what are your options. So find the distinguished name of the OU, copy it, and paste it in here. So we will click on the agent for this domain. Actually, we don't have any agent in this domain right now. It's a new setting. So, and I will remove the other agent from it. So we need to download it, accept and download. So this will help us to download the agent. In another video, we will show you how to install the second agent and make this high available just in case if one of the agents fail. So we cannot save it because we haven't installed the agent yet. So we'll back to our download folder. And in here, we will install the agent. So it takes a few seconds, and now it's ready. Click on next. So it is HR driven provision from the Microsoft Intra Cloud Sync. Then next, and here we need to authenticate to our cloud. This is a global admin account, but through the document you can find the account with less privilege. And then in here we can create a group managed service account, or if For second agent, we can use the custom JMSA account, but here we don't have any, so we type the domain admin credential in here to create one. This is the domain that we want to provision our users. This is the installation. So installation process takes a few minutes, around 2 minutes. So in the meantime, we can check the service account that is going to create for our agent. So this is the account, as you can see. It's created in manage service account. Properties, and you will see the creation date is the time that we install the agent. So this may take a minute or two. Okay, it's finished. Good. And we'll back to provisioning in here, select it again, automatic, select our domain, find the distinguished name for the OU. Click on test connection. Usually it takes a minute or two, but this time it's connected successfully. Nice. So in this setting, you can nominate an email address for the logs failure and prevent accidental deletion. Number of that 100 account, 200 accounts. It's your organization. And then we need to start provisioning agent on the Azure side. And then we need to go to this GitHub website. I will put it in the description. And we need to download the PowerShell. This is the sample file and the PowerShell codes that will provision users, run the commands, read the CSV file, and provision the users inside the on-prem ID and later get synced to EntraID. We will talk about these files and these sample files in later video, how to customize these sample files and publish the extension attributes and other custom attributes to our intro. After downloading the file, we extract it and copy it on our local drive. This is the folder. So let's go and browse it in the PowerShell. So I copy the command in ISE. I'm not going to use ISE, it's better to use the latest version of the PowerShell. So browse the URL, browse the location of the files. It's better to have a Notepad++ as well, so we can read inside the file as well. It's easier by Notepad++. So first, we are going to map the attributes inside the files that we have. So let's check what's the attributes by default out of the box. So we can check the attribute mapping value. These are the value that we have, and if you open the auto mapping PSD1 file. These are the attributes that we are going to read it from the CSV file that extracted from our HR system. These are the attributes that we want to create a user, provision a user, and update the user with these attributes. As you can see, this is our CSV file from the HR system. It has many things in it, like cost center, company, location, job title. In the next video, I will show you how to read more information from this one, from this file, from this CSV file. This is a sample file. It has 2 records in it, but I add few more records in it for our testing. And then later I will in the next video actually I will show you how to extend this. Maybe you have more attributes you want to add to the user's attributes, or you have less than this. So in the next video I will show you how to customize how to extend the attribute in Active Directory, sync it to EntraID, and update this file, and how to update the attribute mapping PSD file and scheme as well. So let's back to our PowerShell. Then the next step, what we need to do, we need to make sure the information that we are going to read from the CSV file are matched to the attributes that we want to send to EntraID. We want to make sure we have all of the attributes, the scheme is correct. So this command will compare the file that we have with the scheme, and if it's back with a true, means that it is correct, and it contains all of the information that we want to publish to EntraID or on-prem Active Directory, then sync it to EntraID. And the last step is reading this CSV file from HR, reading this file, and create users inside Active Directory on-prem through the API provisioning application that we have. So our tenant ID, it is our target, it is our tenant's name. And then for service principal ID, we need to check our application. So application, enterprise application, find the API application that we created. And copy the object ID. And run this command. So this command is going to call our API application and push all of these information through the API application and through the API application to Active Directory on-prem. It is almost instant. So as you can see, we don't have any user in manage user, but all of those users have been created now. But it is depend on our AD connect. It will probably take 30 minutes from on-prem AD to sync to EntraID. Audit logs or provision log usually takes 2 or 3 minutes to get populated in here. There's nothing in here now, but we need to wait a minute or two. So we can check the scheme, the attributes, and how attributes are mapped to our attribute on-prem. So in the next video, I will show you how to customize these and how to extend our attribute on-prem and add extra features in here, extra attributes actually in here, and customize some of these routes like user principal name, because default domain usually in the macro, the intra ID environment, it is our at our domain dot on microsoft.com or microsoft.com. Same as the mail, as you can see in here, it is our domain dot on microsoft.com. So I will show you in the next video how to customize this and have a proper domain name in here. So audit logs have been published. So you can find details in here by click on these logs. For example, we will check one of the logs for a user. This is a user, and if you check your modified properties, it will show you this is a user, old value and new value, because this API, it's create user, update user, and delete the user. So we change some attributes on the user, we can see the old value and the new value in here as well. In our next series of videos, I will show all of these and explain it. And yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. In the next video, I will provide more details for provisioning user. Hope this useful video for you. Thank you.